For all you Dr. Slump fans out there, my understanding is that this is a Dr. Slump reference because Majin Buu, he goes ahead and shouts out, Nichan! So right there you see Dr. Arensu's eyes basically just getting huge. I love, even though they're bad gals or antagonists, they're silly as well, so they go like for no reason, Nichan! I love how silly Dr. Arensu is. A very, very disappointed Dr. Arensu after that epic fail of Majin Kuu getting owned and outclassed by Tamagami number 1. And so we've got Marba here mixing up something new. And so basically, they're basically concocting that they needed more of the essence of Majin Buu in order to create a more powerful Majin Buu. And so from there, this is where he's basically he's getting all hyped up over this Majin Kuu, and she's like, no, you don't earn the right to speak. You disappointed us terribly. Dr. Arensu basically giving him that. And so they start talking about as far as this new Majin Buu. They're going to use more of the essence. So this is the remaining essence of Majin Buu that they're going to go ahead, and there you see Marba, she throws it into basically her mixing potion here and everything, and it starts bubbling up pink, and a big light, strong pink light comes out basically all over to her whole house, and you see Majin Kuu's like, he's amazed because he's like, he gets to see, it's like, if you're a kid and you're wondering where babies come from, and then, you're a little older, and then now you get to see your siblings being born, like, oh, this is where babies come from, right? So I guess that's kind of what it's like for him. And then there you see Dr. Arensu, she is confident again. She is super confident there that this is gonna work, and you can see it right on her face, like she's like, oh, it's working this time. And so they grab the next Saibai-Man seed, and here Marba says we're gonna go 10 centimeters this time in terms of how burying it into the soil, because that should make Buu a lot more stronger. And so Dr. Arensu says this time we'll actually do 20 centimeters because that should get the job done. We have got to make sure that he is a lot strong enough to take on Tamagami number 1. And Marba is like, she's like, no, we can't do that, because if we do, this thing might become uncontrollable, which makes me wonder that going back to the original Majin Buu, aka Kid Buu, they must have buried him like some 80 hundreds of centimeters down there into the soil, and that's why Buu was such an uncontrollable killing machine. So we get right there, and there you see, this is where Majin Kuu starts getting super excited, because he's like, wait a minute. He says, does this mean I'm gonna have a brother? I always wanted a brother, even though he's been like, maybe an hour or so old now. And Dr. Arensu just not having any, she's like, shut up, this doesn't even matter. What does that even matter right now? And she's like, let's get this show on the road, because she's got that confidence going for this this version of Majin Buu. She is confident. Do the cool zoom in to her eye, because she's just this confident that this is gonna work for sure. The boiling water is going up there as Marba basically puts this in. This is where she mixed up Majin Kuu to come on out, and she of course tells Arensu she has to go ahead and basically drop another loogie, aka spit saliva, into this thing. And so there you go, Arensu going ahead and spitting into the potion there, and then for whatever reason she starts licking her chops and stuff and everything. So I think maybe Arensu enjoyed that a little too much there. And so we get this cool pink explosion right here, far in the distance, and right here Majin Kuu is making sure that the measurement is right. About 10 centimeters is where they're trying to go for this thing. And so Dr. Arensu is like, all right, we know this should work, so go ahead and put in the Saibai-Man seed and everything. And so I think, it was this portion, I think I forgot. Yeah, it was this portion where he was like just being awkward looking at it and realizes that, hey, this is gonna be my brother, right? And so she's like, Arensu just can't believe that this is what he's asking, and basically like, she's like, yeah, sure, I guess, and everything. So he's super happy about this, and she's like, literally, this does not matter right now. And so he buries the Saibai-Man seat in there, covers it up with the soil, and Marba is completely nervous about this. She is sweating bullets because she's thinking this is going to make this new Majin Buu too uncontrollable. But basically, there you see Arensu. She is basically ready. She's like, no, this is going to work. And she yells out, Majin Do! So that's basically going to be the new Majin's name. And then basically, she tells Majin Kuu to get the water. He goes ahead and puts the water in there, and then they basically step back, and you start seeing this thing glowing, and it starts boiling up in the soil, and it goes in the air, and then boom, this thing is coming out. I have to say, for all the flack that Majin Kuu's design get and Majin Do, I think the transformation in terms of how they come in existence is really cool looking. That is on point. And there you see steaming out of the soil here, and the dirt starts drying, and there we see a hand. Then here you see Majin Kuu is ecstatic, and then we see a head, and there you also see that Dr. Arensu, she is ecstatic as well, and there we see the first look at the legs, and there we see a very chubby looking yellow greenish Majin Buu. And Arensu, she's happy. Marba is not. And we see, once again, this Buu, it zooms into the face, he turns around, and there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, the new, extra new, super improved Majin, and maybe I should say improved Majin Buu. And you see Dr. Arensu, she's like, oh, she's shocked. And there you go. All right, so looking at this design, all right, I do like it, actually. I like it better than Majin Duu's design. Though, now that I got a better understanding of what Majin Buu or Majin Kuu is, hey, shout out to Phantom Flame. Thanks for joining the chat. Majin Buu, yes, indeed. So, Majin Kuu, I have a more appreciation for his design now that I kind of know more of what he is. But right off the bat, this design, this is a Majin Buu design. Now I can look at this and tell this is Majin Buu. Majin Kuu looked so much more like a Saibai-Man. This right here looks like Fat Buu fused with Kid Buu, with a little bit of Janemba, the first form, stacked in there, and I guess maybe a little bit of the second form given the purple. And I love the black eyes with the red iris and everything. So once again, like this feels like a Majin Buu character. Obviously, nowhere near the iconic Fat Buu, Super Buu, or Kid Buu forms, but nonetheless, I can look at this character and I think, like, yes, I see the Majin Buu influence there. So he basically lets out a big giant yell, very similar to what Kid Buu did, and it's sending sound shockwaves and stuff like that. And there you go, Majin Kuu, or Majin, I gotta remember Kuu and Dooku. I guess it might be a Star Wars reference because Toriyama was a big Star Wars fan. So there you go. And obviously with Buu, Kuu, Do, obviously what, Boo Boo, Doo Doo. Kuu basically meaning ASS in Portuguese, so obviously Toriyama was always such a master pawn. And right here, yeah, he starts off by bending over and shaking his butt, so very awkward behavior you're getting from these Boos. And Dr. Densu, she's not sure what to make of this, and so is Marba. And so for all you Dr. Slump fans out there, my understanding is that this is a Dr. Slump reference because Majin Kuu is the first, or oh gosh, I'm trying to remember which Boos is which. Majin Do, he goes ahead and shouts out, Nichan! Oh man, could also be a pun on sound effects too. There it could be. Thank you for telling me that, Phantom Flame, in the chat. And so right there you see Dr. Arensu's eyes basically just getting huge. I love, even though they're villains or bad guys, bad gals, or antagonists, they're silly as well. So they go like for no reason, Nichan! Oh my gosh, I love how silly Dr. Arensu is at times as well. And it's like they have no idea why they're doing this. And then, basically, so the first thing that Majin Buu wants here is basically a chocolate bar. So obviously, more of the essence of Fat Majin Buu was used here. So this was hilarious right here because Dr. Artisu couldn't believe that's his first request. And so she's like, "You got any chocolate hanging around anywhere, Marba?" And Marba's like, basically nodding her head like, I don't keep no chocolate around here. And so Majin, I love these characters already, man. This is classic Toriyama humor. And shout out in the chat, we got Charles Scott. Thanks for joining the chat here. I see Phantom Flames and Possibilities. Charles says, just sad, do, just say, I think you said, just say sad, do, or Koo, and just drop the E. Majin, and everything. Yeah, I mean, do, Koo, like, yeah, it's gonna be interesting to keep up with all these different ones. But yeah, so Majin Koo here basically says, hey, give me some money and I'll go to the next store, the nearest store, and grab some. And so he runs off in a very Arale type of way from Dr. Slump, and as soon as he leaves, he ends up coming back, and that quick was able to buy himself a new chocolate bar, and basically stops right here. And the way they interact here, he's like, here, you can have a chocolate bar, and Majin Buu basically swallows this thing whole, and then Majin give me a break of that Kit Kat bar or whatever. I guess if this is the Demon Realm Kit Kat bars. So Majin Koo ends up breaking it. But if you notice there, look at that. He got the smaller piece out for his little brother here, and he hands it over and says, you can have that one. And Majin Buu is like, I'm taking this, yoink. He eats the bigger piece, and Majin Koo is completely angry about this, and Harensu and Marba cannot believe what they are seeing here. And he's like, but at the same time, Majin Koo's like, I always wanted a brother to fight with. Once again, even though he's been an hour old, like, I don't know how much it takes an hour to really want to. I feel like 1 hour in, you be still discovering what the world is about. What does it mean to have a sibling? I don't know. So from here, I want to call him Fat Majin Buu almost here, but yeah. Here we get Majin Buu. Basically, he goes ahead, takes a big old boom, and tries to go ahead and swallow his bro's arm whole. And they're just fighting over this whole thing, and he gets his arm out. And here we have our very playful brotherly love between Majin Koo and Majin Buu. Yeah, this was fantastic comedy stuff that Akira Toriyama would definitely give. Majin Koo's angry. Majin Buu said, what do you want me to do? And so Arensu's basically like, I want you to take on someone called Tamagami #1. And Marba's like, I think this work. And Dr. Arensu's like, I'm not sure. They are ready to confront Tamagami #1. Majin Buu comes up and he's like, hey, you're Tamagami 1. I want to fight now. And then Tamagami 1 like, okay, you want to step up to me? And he looks over to Dr. Arensu, and she basically nods her head like, this is the one. And he's like, okay. Actually, what's funny is Majin Koo does a lot of speaking in English, despite this being the Japanese version. He probably says more English words than I think I've heard any of the other characters. So yeah, he does a lot of okay and thank you. And shout out to the voice actor. I wanted to say Fukutsugu Ochiai, I probably butchered that name, but yeah, I thought he did a fantastic job as Majin Buu and as Majin Koo as well. Tomika Siki, I thought he does a great job as these new Majin characters. And so there you go. We get the look, Tamagami #1 ready for battle again, and there we have Majin Koo stepping up. And Majin Buu stepping up. Majin Koo is basically is basically ready, just basically, showing support for his brother here. And there you go. He's starting to flex and all that stuff. He's ready for battle, having no idea what he's getting himself into. And Dr. Arensu, she's not looking as confident. And there you go. Right there. Look at something like that staring at you with that big sword. Tamagami 1 is so nonchalant. He is not here to play. He is ready. And he's like, come on, come at me, bro. And so right here,